Just give me a. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Aaron here. Got TJ, Robert, and AJ. This is going to be episode 7 of our podcast. We are excited. So I'm just going to bring us in uh, like we usually do. I'm going to first shout out to TJ. How you doing today, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm here ready to podcast, man. I've got some exciting news. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody done heard it, but hey, it's exciting because I done heard it. And I'm gonna let everybody know, the people that haven't heard it. But I'm good, man. I'm good.
Awesome, man. Awesome. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be some good stuff today, man. But AJ, how you doing today, baby?
Well, I'm on. All right. Yeah. So I'm straight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like TJ, blessed and highly favored. Let's just see another day, man. This is my first podcast with y'all because I haven't been able to catch the other ones, but you know what I'm saying? It's all good though. We here. T T funny, but yeah.
Yeah, AJ.
All right. I'm about to mute myself.
Awesome, man. Awesome, AJ. Hey, everybody, welcome AJ. This is his first podcast. We're excited for him to be with us finally. Hopefully, we'll get everybody together at one time, man. So, but hey, Robert, how you doing, baby?
I'm doing beautiful, man. I'm feeling like myself. I'm getting better every day. Just being better than myself, man.
Nice, nice. Hey, everybody, welcome Robert, man. He got his locks redone. So they look good, bro. They look good. So but I just want to give a shout out right now. We're gonna do some shout outs. I want to shout out to Rozzy Energy Drink. Thank you for sending us our sample package. Um, this is gonna be really good for us because when we're podcasting, we need some energy. So but thank you for sending us our sample package again. Um, I haven't tried all your flavors. I tried one, but what so far is really good. There's no crabs, there's BCAs in it, electrolytes, all you need. It's upcoming energy drink, and we just want to thank you guys. TJ, you got anyone you want to shout out?
I do want to make a shout out to Habits 365. I got myself here a wristband. If you all can see it. I also have a little bit of merch. Habits 365. Basically, they promote do your habits every day. Promote your habits every day, and they're positive. So 365. It's all in the name. So shout out them. I will be buying more merch from them, and I will be supporting them more. Um, and shout out to my guys that's out here, the Blooders, on the podcast, man. I appreciate y'all.
AJ, you got anybody you want to shout out?
Uh, Nah, not really, to be honest with you. Well, you know what? Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the to the Blooders. You know what I'm saying? For us taking this leap of faith, really. You know what I'm saying? And just going out on a whim and following our dreams, really. And just us supporting each other, doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, my boys, my boys.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. It's always a good time. How about you, Robbie? You got anybody you want to shout out?
Now, of course, we got to shout out the Blooders. Always got to do that. Love y'all to death, bro. Um, Shout out Zoom, man. Shout out Apple Music. Shout out Spotify. Shout out Anchor. All the people that's allowing us to just post on our platform. Shout out YouTube. Y'all go subscribe to that, man. And let's just enjoy the show.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Anchor. All the platforms that we have. We just thank you guys. But let's get into this, man. Let's get into what we got tonight. So, we're gonna talk about a little bit about sports today. Me, TJ, Robert, AJ. We're gonna give you some lowdown on some things today. So I'm gonna start off. I got two games I want to talk about. I'm gonna talk about the Steelers and the Bengals, Green Bay and Jacksonville. So let me start off with the Steelers, man. Really good team. They didn't play a really good team, but they held them. They held them, but it was a really high scoring game for Pittsburgh. As I was watching the game, I seen Pittsburgh doing what they was doing. Man, they ran the score up like how a good team should do. Um, just going through some statistics, man. Um, Steelers all around had a really good game. Offense played well, defense played well, special teams, all that. Everything was perfect. So I'm just going to give you guys a little lowdown. Total yards with the Pittsburgh Steelers was 377. The Bengals was 324. So the yardage right there, it was almost even. You know what I'm saying? So, but the Steelers had more passing yards than the Bengals, and so the Bengals kind of slide right there on the passing defense. But the Bengals had more of a rushing, had more rushing yards than the Steelers. And I will go back to what we were talking about a few weeks ago, that the Steelers, man, their pass defense, man, on point, man, on point. They get to the ball, the cornerbacks, the safeties, man, the linebackers, all those guys that are in coverage, man, they do the thing for real. They get to the ball, like I said. They make those really really good plays, those key plays that they need. And so I'm just going to give you a little lowdown on what each player did on defense. So let's go down here. So like I said, they would get to the ball, a lot of tackles with the defensive line, really strong defensive line. I could say. They just, like I said, man, they were getting it, but the rush defense, man, wasn't there. I just feel like that's one of the weakness on defense is the rush defense, because they allowed 139 yards compared to 44 yards they had rushing. I'm talking about the Steelers. They had 44 yards rushing, which is, yes, it's a big thing, because if your O line is not producing what it needs to on the run game, you know what I'm saying? It's always good to have that run game, because you could give your receivers like a breath. You know what I'm saying? They can relax for a little bit. They can have that running game to make those critical first downs that they need on 3 and out or whatever. So they kind of need to pick up on that. Passing wise, man, they got good players. They have Claypool, they got Johnson, they got Juju Smith-Schuster. They got good receivers. They got a good tight end and everything, and like all together, they played well. They played well, like I expected, and everything, and but they're 9-0, and so hopefully they'll just keep it up, man. Hopefully they'll just keep playing how they did Sunday, and they look like they might have an undefeated season. So we'll just see. What the next few weeks has in store. Now,
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Are they better than the Chiefs?
Yes.
Ooh, that's bold.
I'll definitely say that because hold on, let me look at something real quick. If you want to, you go ahead.
PJ, why do you think they would be better than the Chiefs? Like, let's hear your input on it while Aaron gets his information.
I think that they can be better than the Chiefs only because I feel like they're on a hot streak right now. Like they're 9-0 first of all, and I just feel like they're like it's their quarterback. I always preach that the quarterback makes the team, and I understand that the Chiefs got it. Like the Chiefs are like Stephen A. said this morning, they're just flying under the radar, not worried about nobody. But the Steelers, man, they've always been a top team for the longest, you know. So, I mean, I can't make no calls into the playoffs, man. I done made some calls already, but I can't make no more calls into the playoffs, man. Aaron, let me hear what you got with these stats, man, because I know you got something that might change my mind, but like I said, I can't make no calls into the playoff, man.
There we go. Mute wasn't working. So overall, they look really good for being 8-1. For being 8-1, they look really good, solid team. Like we was talking about the other week, man, the AFC is a tough conference, man. There's a lot of good teams coming out of the AFC. I haven't really seen much of the Chiefs, but just looking at the stats here and everything, they're pretty much. I'll say they're pretty much even with the Steelers. They're pretty much even with the Steelers.
That is very true. That is very true. Sorry to interrupt, but that is very true.
But like TJ said, man, once it gets close to the playoffs, then we will know even more between these two teams. But the Steelers are just on a hot streak, man. They're undefeated, and they're just playing good ball, like all around. So, but that's all I got for that. Let's go to my team. They have the best record in the NFC right now, Green Bay Packers. They just played Jacksonville. Was a little rough, but you know, every good team has a rough game. Here and there. You know, besides the Steelers, they're just playing lights out. But you know, we did pretty good. 395 yards total. 315 passing yards, 80 yards rushing. Yards per play was 6.2. It was just all around, but I think we just had a lot of mistakes. There was one play where Aaron Rodgers threw it to Adams, and Adams was running the ball loose, and so Jacksonville just came up. They used the opportunity to force a fumble. So you know, it's just those little mistakes that Green Bay had that game. But I'm going to give it to Jacksonville. They're a young team, have a young defense. Despite their record, they played pretty good against a good team. You know what I'm saying? Green Bay is an all-around good team. But let's see what Green Bay has in store for the next few weeks. I'm gonna see what games we have left, so I can give you a little prediction on their schedule. All right, so we got the Colts next week, and that's gonna be a tough game because Colts play pretty good. against the Titans this weekend. So they look pretty good. And then we have the Bears at home, which that's a W. Eagles should be a W. That should be a gimme. The Lions still I think that should be a W. Panthers, I'm gonna say a W. Titans going to be a tough game, and we played the Bears the last game. So if Green Bay plays well the next few weeks, I think we could win out. But there's 2 games that are going to be pretty tough. One game is on the road, which is the Colts, and then the Titans come to Green Bay. So, like I said, I think Green Bay could win out if they play the cards right. They could win out. So, but other than that, that's all I really have. I'm just gonna pass it to TJ, and we go from there.
That was some great information, Aaron. That was all factual. Green Bay is looking good. The Steelers are looking good, like we just talked about, and we can't forget about the Chiefs over there. That's really what everybody's looking at, the Chiefs and the Steelers. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to the end of the season. Now, what I took an analysis on was some X factor teams. You know, some teams that are kind of under the radar, but they can come in and make a lot of noise. And I took a team from both divisions, the Cardinals and the Dolphins. Now, both of them are 6-3 for one. And both of them have similar playing styles. They got 2 good quarterbacks that can use their feet and they can pass the ball. Kyler Murray, the dude is amazing. I don't know where he came from, but bruh, crazy. You feel me? So a little bit of stats on them. Well, before I even get to the stats, I kind of what's the word? I looked at them from the past 3 games because it's going to the second half of the season. So I feel like these past 3 games are going to kind of determine how you're going to drive the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? Finish it going to the playoffs. So the past 3 games, the Cardinals are 2-1. The Dolphins are 3-0. Now, in my opinion, the Cardinals look better. Despite the defense isn't the best. I mean, they have a really good defense, but the defense isn't the best to drive this team, not yet at least. They got a chance. The defense just got to pick it up. That's all they got to do. They got to pick it up. They got to stop a little bit more of allowing these teams to get yardage. They give up big plays a little bit too much for them to be an elite team, but they're still fine. I think they're doing really good. I don't know their defensive rank, but I know that they're doing. I can tell by the eye test. You know, they passed the eye test. But the Cardinals, Kyler Murray is the guy that I've been looking at, and he has some good wide receivers to pass it to. He got DeAndre Hopkins. He got Arnold. He got Christian Kirk, Larry Fitzgerald. He got some good players to pass the ball to. He got 2 good running backs, Kenyon Drake and Chase Edmond. He's got some good players. They got plenty of weapons. The kicker, I kind of realized that the kicker is a key factor this season too, because there's a lot of good defense and there's a lot of good offense. So the kicker is going to make the deciding factor. There's a kicker in the league right now. Brian told me he has the most points out of everybody in the league. Like, that don't even make sense. The kicker has more points than anybody in the league. Like, that's how you know that the kicker really matters. But Kyler Murray, he put up 283 yards versus the Dolphins. And I think that was the only game that they lost out of that 3-game streak. Not mistaken. He put up 283 yards. He put up 245 versus the Bills. He put up 360 versus Seattle. And he was going against another good quarterback, Russell Wilson, which is basically a mirror image. They're both mirror images of each other. And they might be the top 2 MVP candidates this year. And then on top of that, he rushed for 106 yards against the Dolphins. Kyler Murray did. So they basically got 3 running backs and an amazing quarterback, and a whole bunch of good receivers and a solid defense. That's something to mess with, and the rest of their schedule isn't too tough. They could almost win out. I won't say win out, but they can almost go undefeated in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some tough games there, but they can do it. They're going to be in the conversation of the Saints and the Packers and the Bucks. They're going to be in that conversation if they can continue playing how they've been playing. No injuries, stay healthy. On the flip side, in the AFC, man, they're okay over there. I mean, it's a good conference. Don't get me wrong, but the Dolphins, I feel like, is going to be the team that's going to make some noise. On top of the Bills, on top of the Patriots, given their last few games, the Patriots might make some noise. They might not come and go into the playoffs, but they're getting their groove back. The Dolphins, like I said, they're 3-0. Some of their key players, they got Tua, the quarterback. Dude's amazing. He only threw for 93 yards against the Rams, but that was one of his first games back. And the Rams have a really good defense. I think it's like number two or number 3 defense. So I mean, it is what it is. He threw 248 against the Cardinals, and he threw 169 versus the Chargers. But I noticed that it's more of his presence that makes their team better. His presence is good. He's got a good set of wide receivers, Devontae Parker and what's his name, Williams, Preston Williams. He's got Mike Gesicki. I can't say his last name. He's a tight end. And then their kicker is really good. I watched their kicker. He's really good. Sanders. That whole team and their defense is very good. Their defense know how to cause turnovers. I believe they scored 3 touchdowns in the last 3 games, which takes a lot of pressure off of Tua and the offense. If the defense can score, you don't have to worry about too much. You just score your points and you're gonna win that game. 3 touchdowns from Tua, 3 from the defense. That's a blowout. You know what I mean? So, pretty much, like I said, those 2 are the X factor teams. I kind of analyzed that. On the AFC, you got the Chiefs, the Steelers, the Bills, and you're gonna have the Dolphins. That's what I believe. And the Colts and the Titans and the Ravens, you know what I'm saying, they're in the mix too. But I feel like it comes down to the teams that have it together and the teams that are still figuring it out. That's what's gonna make the playoffs. And then in the NFC, you're gonna have the Cardinals, the Rams, the Seahawks. That they're in the mix. That they're basically fighting their schedule. Their schedule is going to be what makes them, and however they deal with that. And then the winner out of those will be in the conversation of the Packers, the Saints, the Bucks, because the Bucks are gonna do their thing. The Buccaneers, they're gonna come back and do their thing. You can't count Tom Brady out. You might can count Bill Belichick out, given he's got Cam Newton, and it's a new team. But you can't count Tom Brady out and Gronkowski and Antonio Brown. Like, come on, like their whole wide receiver lineup is ridiculous. So yeah, that's my rundown on what I believe. I believe that those 2 teams are the teams to watch out of both divisions. They could be in the Super Bowl. I would love to watch those 2 teams in the Super Bowl. You never know. I mean, the Chiefs could bluff it. It takes 1 loss in the playoffs. That's all it takes. So you never know. But I'm keeping my eye on those 2 teams. I don't know if AJ and Rob, y'all got anything that y'all want to add into that? Or y'all want to get your own topics, man? You got it. If y'all don't, y'all good, man. AJ, you got something, man?
Just want to give a shout out to Tua, really. Like, that man really came back from what we thought was going to be a career-ending injury to winning, first 3 games as a starter. So I got to give a shout out to that man. Like, I don't don't like seeing no athletes get injured, you know what I'm saying? Especially like football injuries, anything like that. So to see him come from that to where he is now, that's inspiring to me, you know. And much respect to that man just for his work ethic in general. You know what I'm saying? Just for for him to be, you know what I'm saying, where he was to where he is now. That's just something that I personally look up to. You know what I'm saying? So much respect to that man. Much respect to that man.
Yeah, AJ. I'm with you on that because I did not expect him to come back and play like this. I thought he could be a complete bust but at the same time, a little bit of me was like, he played for Alabama. Come on, you know what I'm saying? He was a backup quarterback for Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? He played for Alabama. He played for Alabama. Like those guys don't give up. Now to piggyback what you say about injuries, Drew Brees. I'm gonna give a major shout out to this dude because every single year he does it, man. He gets hurt and he plays good. So he's got 2 broken ribs and a collapsed lung, and he continues to play. But then he finds out he has it, so now he's out for they say 2 to 3 weeks. But basically, my opinion, and I feel like everybody else's opinion, is he should stay out until the time is right. They're going to make it to the playoffs. Just wait to the playoffs or anything. Just wait till you come back healthy because he don't need reps to get back in the groove. He's a vet. He's a seasoned vet. This might be his year to get that championship again. He's going to win his division or his I don't know what you call it. Like I guess his division. He's going to win the South, the NFC South, regardless. That's not a question. So this might be the year. They got a good team. They got Drew Brees. They got Taysom Hill. They got Jameis Winston. He's gonna come in and do his thing. I believe in Jameis Winston. I believe in the kid. So if Jameis Winston can do his thing, it's gonna be smooth selling. It could be their year. I'm not gonna say anything else, but when the playoffs come, I'll be calling those shots.
I did not know that man had. You said 2 broken ribs and a collapsed lung, and he just found out. That's hard. Shout out to that man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to that man, bro. All right. So I think this is something that everybody is anticipating. Me personally, I know I am. I kind of want y'all to unmute yourselves for this one because I want like a group discussion on this. November 28th. Does everybody know what happens November 28th?
Big Mike.
Tyson and Roy Jones. Who y'all got, bro? I ain't lying. This about to be a good fight.
Sure,
I got Mike.
I'll be in North Carolina, man. But hey, I don't know, man. Dude, Mike was looking good, bro. Hey, Roy looked good too now.
I say Roy Jones, he ain't nothing to shake no stick at. We talk about
I'm saying,
champion in 4 different divisions, bro. That man tough.
Listen, man.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you though. Mike bad. I wouldn't fight Mike now. You know what I'm saying? Like that, no.
Listen, man, I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. I feel like somebody's head gonna fly off. It's gonna be like a Mortal Kombat fight.
How many rounds y'all think it's gonna go? I'm gonna give it like 3. I'm gonna give it 3 good rounds.
I give it 3.
Hey, how many rounds are they going?
Ooh, that's a good question, bro. I really don't know. That's a good question. I could look it up.
It might go to full fight. It might be a full fight.
I don't know, T. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know, T. This Mike Tyson we talk about, bro. Mike, bro.
I know.
50s. I know y'all saw videos of this man training. Come on now. Mike is in his 50s. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I just watched a video of Roy Jones Jr. training.
Hey, it says the upcoming fight, the two boxers' grades will slug it out in an 8-round exhibit.
It ain't gonna go.
So it's gonna be 8 rounds. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say about 4 or 5 rounds. I'm gonna say 4 or 5 rounds.
Maybe 4 at the max, but I think it's gonna be 3. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I say it's gonna be a
I
Mortal
honestly
Kombat fight. Somebody's gonna rip a head off.
I feel like I ain't gonna cap. I feel like somebody gonna end up getting knocked out.
Hey, Mike Tyson gonna fight another ear off, bro.
This is the scariest
Oh,
fight
you know what? No,
of a century.
I can't even say that, Aaron, because I don't even think Roy Jones will let him get that close. To be honest with you, this Roy Jones Jr.
I'm just saying
Have you ever watched the Roy Jones Jr. fight?
Oh, I've seen plenty of fights, but I'm just saying
Scary.
if Mike Tyson gets up in there, bro, Mike Tyson's
Oh no,
it's gonna be a knockout. I'll tell you that right now. It's gonna be a knockout.
That's the problem. Like outside of the ring, you gotta shoot Mike. Like you ain't fighting Mike, you gotta shoot Mike. I ain't lying.
That's why it's so scary, man.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
That's an issue. I ain't gonna lie. But I really don't think Roy Jones gonna let him get that close. I think Roy Jones gonna keep him distant. You know what I'm saying? Jab him up. But Mike coming with that power though. So I'm gonna give it 4 rounds max, but I think it's gonna happen in 3.
I feel like Roy Jones has to come in with a good strategy, like a tactical strategy, like Manny Pacquiao style.
Yeah.
And, that's the only way he can really win, because that power is going to always one hit. That boy got lethal weapons on his arms.
But the only thing is it's 2-minute rounds. So I'll give it 4. I'll give it 4 or 5 rounds. I'll give it 4 or 5 rounds.
A lot can happen in 2 minutes, boy. Hey,
All I'm saying is I'm scared.
I know the majority are favoring Mike Tyson, though. I will say that. I know that. I know the majority are favoring Mike, but I ain't about to sleep on Roy either, because Roy quick. Mike quick too, but Mike more of a power hitter. You know what I'm saying? Like Roy, he quick.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? Like
every time you say Mike, I cringe. I just keep making faces because I'm just imagining one solid hit from Mike, and his chest is gonna
not
water.
Even his chin, bro. It's gone. Over with. Done for. That's it. It's rats. Like
You couldn't pay me no type of money to get in the ring with him. You couldn't pay me nothing.
Hold on.
Right?
Hold on. Rob, you got any input on that? Like, who you think? You know what I'm saying? Who you think gonna take that one?
I think I got my money on Mike right now, to be real. Like, I don't know, man, because like they both dangerous people, but it's just honestly, it's like it's scared of me, bro. Cause it's just 2 old niggas fighting, bro. I feel like somebody about to die. Like,
I'm with you, Rob. I'm with you. Like somebody's gonna die.
Same, bro. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a knockout, man. Whew. So
I'm ready for that fight.
Oh yeah. We're all ready for that thing. So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna end our session here, man. We had some good content, good stats, talking about Miami, Cardinals, Green Bay, the Steelers, and the Mike Tyson and Roy's fight, man. Good topics tonight, man. And like I said, I just want to give another shout out to Razi Energy. Thank you for sending our sample package, man. We're excited. Hopefully we can get some promotions from you guys. But I just want you guys to follow our YouTube channel, man. We need 1,000 followers, and we're giving out two $50 gift cards for those that subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you refer to somebody to subscribe, you will also be entered again into the raffle. Just send us a screenshot of you guys following us or subscribing to us on YouTube, and you'll be entered. If you need to, just hit up me, TJ, AJ, Robert, or Brian on our social media platform, or you can send it to the our account called the Blooders_1. You could just send it out to that if you need to. But other than that, anything else, guys?
Nope, I think you covered it all, Aaron. Y'all follow us, like you said, the Blooders, Blooders_1 on Instagram. We need them subscribers on YouTube. That's all I got.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else. I'm good.
All right, guys. Well, this is episode 7. Next one, man, you just got to be patient for the next one. So just give y'all a hint. Just be patient for the next one. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate y'all for coming on through.
Third one.